Hey everyone, it's Mike with It's Pittsfield Tonight. I'm going to jump right into it. Happy Labor Day. Today's a holiday, so because it's a holiday, I decided no sports coat today, and I'm rocking this awesome It's Pittsfield Tonight shirt that you can get from 413shirts.com. Awesome local company. They have a ton of different products and merchandise of Berkshire's and Pittsfield. 413shirts.com. I can't thank them enough for the amazing job they've done on these It's Pittsfield Tonight shirts. And if you want one, they have 2 different styles on there, and I think they're available in whatever size you want in 6 different colors. You just pick out the color and size, and you can pick it up locally at their location, or they'll ship it to you. But had to give a big shout out to them. So tomorrow's election day, Tuesday, September 6th. Big election for Berkshire County. The 2 big two big campaigns on that ballot are Berkshire County Sheriff and Berkshire County District Attorney. Those are going to be the big ones for Berkshire County. And as many of you know, it has heated up quite a bit, specifically the sheriff's race. The DA's race is moving right along too, believe me. But the district attorney's race has been a very clean one this year, and it has. So I'm going to start with the sheriff's race. And I know I've been talking about this for the past week and a half, 2 weeks. And look, I did get a couple messages from a few of you saying, hey, Mike, what are you doing? You said you weren't going to endorse anybody. You said you weren't picking sides anymore. I'm disappointed. That's what one of them said. I'm disappointed. One of them said, I'm unfollowing you. I completely understand that. Because, yes, I did say that. I did say I wasn't going to endorse anybody. I wasn't going to pick sides. I did say all that. Now, this was something that has been on my mind for months as this campaign progressed, specifically the sheriff's one. Because the sheriff's challenger, Alf Barbalunga, who I've had on, I did an interview with him. I let him speak uninterrupted, like I did with everybody who comes on this platform. I never interject my opinion or cut people off that I invite on here as a guest. I invited Alf Barbalunga on here as a guest to access this audience, which is almost 8,000 of you that are all local. And it went fine. I think what started getting to me was a lot of things being said from the Barbalunga campaign that weren't true. And it started getting cruel and vicious. I hate that type of politics. Character assassination politics has to stop. It has to stop. It's destroying our country. It really is. But no more did I want to see anything like that in a local election. You know, we have a spouse of a certain local politician who really brought that to Pittsfield 7, 8 years ago. And it has just stayed horrible since. I can't wait till that person is washed away and gone. But anyway, as I was following the campaign, the Barbalunga campaign has made a lot of what I'm going to call rookie mistakes. I think there's a lot of people involved with that campaign that have no experience running a countywide campaign, because it really was based on my opponent is this, my opponent is a misogynist, my opponent is a racist, my opponent is building an empire, my opponent has destroyed the budget, my opponent is doing favors for friends. I mean, every single thing that has come out has been about how my opponent is destroying the community. And that couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, or farther from the truth, so Mark Tully doesn't get mad at me. So anyway, I'm just going to, because there was a bunch of things said. Let me get my old man reading glasses on. $3.99. No. I'm sorry, $9.99 at the dollar store. But so the Barbalunga campaign sends out these campaign emails, and I get one, and they come out every couple days. Here's the last one that came out over the weekend. And I'm just going to read this to you. So bear with me. And this is Barbalunga for sheriff. This was press release on September 3rd through his communications director, Catherine Yan. So, and of course, Alf Barbalunga. So, Berkshire County, the Union of the Local International Brotherhood of Correctional Officers, IBCO Local 297, which is part of the National Association of Governmental Employees, as first reported in an August 17 letter to the editor in the Berkshire Eagle, will not be endorsing incumbent Tom Bowler in this September's primary election for Berkshire County Sheriff. According to Sheriff candidate Alf Barbalunga, the IBCO local officials informed him on July 12th that the union has decided to remain neutral and will not endorse Sheriff Bowler. In our opinion, that's a telling decision of the union's part. The incumbent has been in office for 12 years. It's very significant that the union representing the frontline workers has decided to remain neutral. I want to be crystal clear, though. They are not endorsing me either, but I am not the 12-year incumbent, Barbalunga said. Now, and that's all. It goes on to some other stuff. That's all I'm going to read on that. Well, so this is what I received. And this is a letter that the local IBCO 297, the union that represents our correctional officers, sent to Mr. Barbalunga. Dear Mr. Barbalunga, we are writing to you to respectfully request that you refrain from using the IBCO Local R1 297's decision to remain neutral during this election as a political talking point. The fact that the board, on the advice of our national rep, decided not to take a vote to endorse any candidate because the union must have a positive working relationship with whoever emerges victorious in this election cycle. Using that decision to make political hay now has some members demanding a full body vote. The board maintains that the best position for the union is to remain neutral. Using our decision as a campaign talking point is actively harming union members who feel that their voices are not being represented. If you care about the men and women you are running to lead, it's our contention that the best way to demonstrate that is to respect their decision to remain neutral and let them carry on. Let me finish it. It got cut off there. And let them carry on the already difficult work of corrections without worrying whether they're being used by political candidates for their own ends. So that's the truth of what happened. And the Barbalunga campaign on the 3rd, okay, so days before the election, voting is tomorrow, Tuesday, September 6th. He did that at a time where there's no way for them to respond. How are they going to get a letter to the editor that quick and get it printed? That's just another dirty campaign move. And why would you, going into this, after being asked by that union, don't do this. Respectfully, please don't do this. This is why we're staying neutral, so it doesn't disrupt what's going on. It doesn't disrupt the working environment for our correctional officers who their job is hard enough. And what did he do? He already went against them. Horrible. That is horrible. And that's the facts. That's the truth. And so back to my endorsements, okay? I have come out and I have publicly endorsed Sheriff Tom Bowler for re-election. And I have publicly endorsed Tim Shagrew for Berkshire County District Attorney. And I stand by those endorsements. And to the people who said that I said I wasn't going to do that, you're right. I'll say it again. You are absolutely right. I did say I wasn't going to do that. And I changed my mind. I changed my mind because I saw how dirty this was going. And specifically in the sheriff's race. The things that were being said, not just to hurt the sheriff, but to hurt his family, to try to destroy a man's career that has given himself as a public servant to this community. And I know Sheriff Bowler personally. I mean, we're not buddies as far as we don't go fishing and golfing and stuff like that. And I don't know if he fishes or golfs. If he, anyway. But there, I couldn't sit silent. I couldn't. I thought about it. And you know what? I came to the conclusion the night before I did that, just last week or 2 weeks ago when I came out and endorsed him. I think it was last week. I thought about, well, you know what? If every single person unfollows this page and goes away, I don't regret it. I don't regret it. I didn't do this for, hey, everybody, look, I'm Mike Daly. I didn't do this for like some other blog that, well, I got a couple hundred views. We're going to win an Emmy. I mean, you know, when you hear that type of approach, they're making it about themselves. I never did this to make it about myself, ever. And that's the truth. I did this with the full intentions of creating a platform for the community. Another platform, a way for people to have their voices heard, a way to address issues, and a way for me to be involved and give back to my community. Are there people that disagree with me and are always gonna? Of course. There is I don't think there's a human alive that had 100% approval rating. Not one that's ever lived on this planet. It is what it is, and I get that. And I never said I had all the answers. I never said I wouldn't make mistakes. I never said any of those things. And I'll own everything I do. I'll absolutely own it. But that is why I made those endorsements. That is why. It was Mr. Barbalunga's campaign that pushed me into that. Because I refused to sit back and watch a family go through what our former DA's family went through. That I personally watched that. I watched his daughter run out of the house in tears one day. I saw so much hurt from the character assassination type of politics that were used against him. It was crushing to watch it. And I refused to keep my mouth shut when I see that happen again. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. So it was Mr. Barbalunga's campaign that pushed me there. And that's the truth. And I'm sure, you know, you could see the rookie mistakes. I understand. These get emotional, you get passionate. But you can't do that. It hurts the community. I find it completely unacceptable. So, that being said, one other thing I want to bring up too is I received a message just the other day from someone saying they saw the Berkshire Eagle article about a case with the district attorney, one that that the candidate Tim Shagru has brought up, and they said based off of that article that now I'm voting for Andrea Harrington is what the person sent me, because, and it was anonymous, I couldn't see who, they just sent it as a guest through the website, which I promise everyone that'll be back up and going soon. I'm going to take a little break after the election and then everything gets back to normal. But then yesterday, the day before, the Eagle puts out that article again with a correction. And this is what it says. From the editor's notes, this story has been updated to include further detail on the actions taken by the Berkshire District Attorney's Office prior to the defendant pleading guilty to illegal possession of a firearm. The story now clarifies that the DA's office unilaterally reduced the charges pending against the defendant, resulting in the removal of a mandatory minimum jail sentence of 18 months, leaving the judge to decide the defendant's sentence. That's exactly what Tim Shagru was saying all along. So the person that said that he's lying or he's misinforming or he's trying to scare the public, no, he's not. That's the truth. What he was saying all along is the truth. Period. That's not a slam on anybody. That's the truth. And to the person that sent me that message, I hope you did catch the updated version of that article where the Berkshire Eagle corrected it. They corrected what they originally put out. So if it was that article that changed your mind, I'm assuming now you will be voting for Tim Shagru for district attorney. So that is it for now. We've got rain coming today and tomorrow, unless somehow it blows by us, but rain coming today and tomorrow. If Ringo Starr is seeing this, give me a call, Ringo. I want to go meet you. If someone at Tanglewood can get me in as press, please do. I had to throw that out there. But in all seriousness, this election is so crucial, so important, you have to be involved. If you are a registered unaffiliated independent or a registered Democrat, vote. You have to vote. I've done, with Tim Shagru, I did a Get Out the Vote video that I'll be putting out today. I did a couple of them with him, and I'm hoping to do one with Sheriff Bowler also, and get that up and running. But people, don't forget, this election is going to affect Berkshire County for a long time. These are that important. So make sure tomorrow, Tuesday, September 6th, polls open at 7 a.m. They close, I believe, at 8 p.m. Take the 20 minutes out of your day and go vote. It is that important. So that's it for now. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be kind to each other. If you're going to disagree, so be it. Do it respectfully and be adults. We're better than that in this community. We are good people. Any of this character assassination, this one, that one, it's time for us to dump that here and set an example for other communities to follow. So again, that's it for now. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow.